From kidnappings to attempted assassinations, personal protective officers, better known as bodyguards, are seen as the preserve of billionaires, celebrities, and political figures alike. But as the number of high net worth individuals continues to grow, bodyguards are now in demand for an increasing and diverse range of clients. But just what makes a person worth protecting, you might ask? You're about to find out. Today, we look at the 7 most heavily guarded billionaires in the world. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 7. Vladimir Putin. Russian president is the most protected person in the world with over 3,000 bodyguards with armored cars and a dedicated security unit that collects info on perceived threats. Vladimir Putin worked for many years at Russia's security service before climbing the political ladder in becoming president. Putin, of all people, has an appreciation for the necessity of heightening protection. Because he's a man with many enemies, he has beefed up the presidential security service during his time in office. Though the organization is necessarily secretive, they secure any buildings that he's scheduled to enter and work around the clock to mitigate any threats to his safety. The unit has armored cars, drones, and even a dedicated psychologic security unit to collect intelligence regarding any perceived threat, either at home or abroad, and it pays to do well in these positions. Many of Putin's guards have been promoted to prestigious positions in the Kremlin and gained wealth and prosperity, and Putin has gifted many of them prized properties in the most highly sought-after part of Russia, often turning to bribery and intimidation and blackmail to scare the current residents out of their homes. Some were decorated World War II veterans whom the Soviet Union had promised lifetime employment and pensions, but in the newly independent Russian Federation, there can be no such guarantee. During the 1990s, these workers say a small clique of powerful businessmen and criminals used manipulation, forgery, intimidation, and even beatings to seize their land. Needless to say, Putin is a very well protected man. Number 6. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II has had a remarkable career thus far. She's the first UK monarch to celebrate a Sapphire Jubilee, which marked her 65-year reign in 2017. If she's still reigning by 2022, she'll again be the first UK monarch to be celebrating a Platinum Jubilee. The Queen has been protected by the Royal Guard, a name given to the infantry and cavalry that stand guard at the royal residences you would most likely recognize. The Foot Guards patrol the perimeters of the royal residences, the soldiers that wear the red tunics and those tall bearskin hats throughout the years. Even Marines or FA agents and Navy fleets have mounted to the Queen's Guard depending on the task or the royal family's method of travel. They have postings at Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, the Bank of Paquet, and the Tower of London, to name a few. Although the Queen's estimates on her security spending are private, as you can imagine, it's expensive. In 2010, it was speculated to cost right around 100 million British pounds a year to give 21 members of the family around-the-clock security. Number 5. Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The musical empire known as Jay-Z and Beyoncé has been targeted often by rogue fans or other criminals. After an incident in Brazil where a fan managed to get on stage and yank Beyoncé down to the floor, her husband decided that he's gonna ramp up their security for millions of dollars. Out to do it right for that price, Jay-Z hired 5 new personal security guards who are all former intelligence officers to accompany the 5 guards that are already assigned to his wife when she travels on top of manpower. The music giant also purchased 2 bomb-proof Latvia SUVs, the same protective military-grade vehicles similar to those often used by former US presidents. Number 4. Kim Jong-un. Of course, the North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un has to make this list. Why, you ask? Kim Jong-un is the president of North Korea and easily one of the most contentious politicians on the globe. His repressive government is renowned as one of the most brutal totalitarian forces in history, and Kim Jong-un is not someone to take lightly. On December 12, 2013, Kim ordered the execution of his uncle for treachery. Kim is widely believed to have ordered the assassination of his half-brother Kim Jong-nam in Malaysia in February 2017. The same year, the North Korean government stated that the CIA of the United States and the South Korea National Intelligence Service hired a North Korean lumberjack who worked in Russia to assassinate Kim Jong-un with a biochemical weapon that was both radioactive and nanopoisonous, and whose affected would have been delayed by a few months. Since then, Kim has beefed up his already impressive security squad. His team is comprised of dozens of highly trained martial artists who juggling side Kim's limo when he travels. One bizarre requirement being they can be taller than pint-sized Kim, who is about 5'5". The mysterious bunch seems to appear from nowhere every time their leader's limo slows down. They also seem to be able to choreograph themselves so that they always have a 360-degree view around Kim. Whenever Kim travels, he flies with 2 decoiled jets, so it's unclear which plane he's actually traveling in. Number 3. Pope Francis. The Pope is both the Bishop of Rome and ex officio leader of the world. As the head of the Catholic Church, and just like the president of a country, he too needs the utmost protection. The Pope resides in probably one of the more heavily armored cities in the world, Vatican City, a city-state by Rome, Italy. Even as you walk through the streets, you can see all the stoic guards dressed in antiqued armor carrying equally dated spears. That's right, the Pope is being protected by spears, but don't be fooled. These armored guards are actually a high-end military force made up of top ex-Swiss soldiers who can subdue a threat in mere seconds. Aside from the spears, they also have the finest collection of firearms hidden away in case the need arises. The Swiss Guard is over 500 years old, making it the longest-standing military in the world. Number 2. Donald Trump. The former USA President Donald Trump is the most protected billionaire in the world with over 1,000 bodyguards and a budget of $120 million for protection yearly. Long before Donald Trump was elected President of the United States, he had a substantial security team due to his celebrity status and massive fortune. However, you feel about his politics, it's undeniable that Trump has made some enemies and his safety has never been more jeopardized. Though he's following the standard procedure established by his previous heads of state, Trump now roams with a variable army of security personnel 1,000 people strong. The presidential motorcade includes a quick response to a sealed cabinet and a unit to respond to nuclear, biological, or chemical weapons. In addition to Air Force One, debatedly the most secure aircraft in the world, Trump's armory includes the presidential limousine nicknamed the Beast, the Marine One helicopter, plus a litany of supporting vehicles and staff. They're all designed to keep the president safe and away from protesters. However, Trump's leisure trip has invoked criticism. His trips to play golf at his Mar-a-Lago northern Florida have cost taxpayers just shy of $150 million. While his security is government mandated, he has cost taxpayers more than 3 times the amount as the Obamas for the equivalent period. Trump also spent $16 million on a new state-of-the-art Cadillac CT6 sedan with everything you need to stay alive in the midst of an attack, including bulletproof glass, a supply of the president's blood type, and an independent air supply to wand a chemical attack. Number 1. Mark Zuckerberg. Nothing about Facebook is a secret anymore, including CEO Mark Zuckerberg's personal security budget. Since 2015, Mark Zuckerberg has spent around $20 million on security, with $7.3 million going towards his own personal bodyguards for his home and he travels. These bodyguards are sometimes called the Zuckerberg Secret Police. Some rumors suggest this detail is made up of 16 full-time guards that work in shifts at all times. This amount of money in total is considered to be a record for security costs for any CEO of a large corporation. To compare, over a decade ago, it was tech executive Larry Ellison for Oracle that had the most security expenses reported at $1.8 million. With a company that is constantly under fire for accumulating massive amounts of personal data from its users and selling that information to the highest bidder, Zuckerberg seems to prefer to keep his own personal life a better-kept secret. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.